See that slow drop? That is not normal loss. That is your daily habits shaving real range off your battery. Ignore this, and you are quietly walking toward $11,000 to $13,000 pack problem most owners never see coming. If you want simple Tesla habits that actually protect your battery, stay with this. Habit number 1. Parking at high state of charge. Stop leaving your Tesla parked at very high charge levels for long periods. Many owners charge to 90 or 100% and let the car sit, thinking it keeps them ready. It feels convenient, but this is where quiet wear begins. Here is what most people miss. When the battery stays at high charge, the cell voltage remains elevated, and that sustained voltage slowly adds stress to the internal structure. Research on lithium-ion batteries shows that operating frequently at high charge levels accelerates long-term wear. Change this by setting a daily limit around 60 to 80% and only using full charge when needed. Let it reach full charge close to departure, not hours before. The benefit is less time under high stress. Over time, this reduces the slow loss of usable range that builds quietly. Habit number 2. Running too low too often. Stop driving your Tesla down to very low charge levels on a regular basis. Many owners think staying low is better, so they often push the battery close to 5 or 10% before charging. It feels efficient, but repeated low levels create hidden stress. Here is what most people miss. When the battery stays near empty, the voltage drops, making it harder to keep the cells balanced and stable. It is not about one deep discharge. It is the repeated pattern that matters. Change this by keeping your daily range above 20% and charging before it gets too low. Occasional low levels are fine, but not daily. The benefit is more stable performance. Over time, avoiding repeated low charge helps reduce unnecessary wear that builds quietly. Habit number 3. Over-reliance on fast charging. Limit how often you rely on fast charging for daily use. It is quick and convenient, so many owners depend on it without thinking much about the long-term effect. Here is what most people miss. Fast charging pushes high power into the battery in a short time, which naturally increases heat. Even with built-in cooling, repeated high-power sessions create more stress compared to steady charging. Studies on battery behavior show that heat and high charging intensity together accelerate wear. Change this by using slower home charging for daily needs and keeping fast charging for trips. The benefit is better temperature control and smoother charging cycles. Over time, reducing frequent fast charging helps maintain more stable performance and slows gradual capacity loss. Habit number 4. Charging to 100% too early. Schedule your charging to finish close to when you actually leave. Many owners charge overnight, reach 100%, and let the car sit there for hours. It feels normal, but timing is where the issue begins. Here is what most people miss. At full charge, the battery stays at its highest voltage. Sitting in that state for long periods keeps it under continuous stress, even when not in use. Change this by using scheduled charging so the car reaches full charge just before departure. If full range is not needed, keep a lower daily limit instead. The benefit is less time at peak stress. Over time, better timing reduces unnecessary strain and helps preserve usable capacity without changing how you drive. If this is already helping, stay with it. The next ones matter just as much. Habit number 5. Overusing cabin overheat protection. Turn off cabin overheat protection when it is not truly needed. Many owners leave it on all the time, thinking it always protects the car. It helps in extreme heat, but daily use creates unnecessary battery activity. Here is what most people miss. When this feature is active, the cooling system turns on repeatedly while the car is parked, using the air conditioning to manage cabin temperature. Each activation draws energy from the battery. It seems small, but it adds up over time. Change this by using it only in very hot conditions or when something inside needs protection. Otherwise, let the car stay fully idle. The benefit is fewer background cycles and more stable battery use. Over time, this reduces constant minor drain and keeps energy usage more controlled. Habit number 6. Constant app checking. Stop opening the Tesla mobile app every few minutes just to check your car. It feels harmless. You check the battery level, location, or status out of habit. But each time you do that, the car has to wake up. Here is what most people miss. When your Tesla is parked, it is designed to enter a deep sleep state where energy use drops to a minimum. The moment you open the app, the system wakes up to respond. That wake cycle activates multiple systems in the background, even if you only check one detail. Change this by limiting how often you open the app. Check it when you actually need information, not out of routine. Let the car stay asleep as much as possible when it is parked. The benefit is lower standby energy use and fewer unnecessary wake cycles. Over time, avoiding constant wake-ups reduces what is often called phantom drain and keeps the battery from going through repeated small usage cycles that serve no real purpose. Habit number 7. Inconsistent charging range. Maintain a consistent daily charging range instead of charging randomly. Many owners charge to different levels every day without a clear pattern. One day it is full, another day it is low, and sometimes it sits somewhere in between. It feels flexible, but the system prefers stability. Here is what most people miss. The battery system learns and estimates range based on how the car is used over time. When the charging pattern keeps changing, it becomes harder for the system to maintain accurate and stable behavior. Change this by setting a steady daily charge limit, usually around 60 to 80%, and staying within a similar range for regular use. This gives the system a predictable pattern to work with. The benefit is more consistent range estimation and smoother battery performance. Over time, stable charging habits help the battery operate more predictably and avoid small inefficiencies that build up from constantly changing usage patterns. Habit number 8. Ignoring battery temperature. Use preconditioning before driving or charging when temperature is not ideal. Many owners ignore this and drive or plug in the car immediately, especially in very cold or very hot conditions. The car still works so it feels fine, but temperature quietly affects how the battery behaves. Here is what most people miss. The battery operates best within a controlled temperature range. When it is too cold, energy flow slows down. When it is too hot, the system has to work harder to manage heat. In both cases, efficiency drops. Change this by allowing the car to precondition the battery before you start driving or before you begin charging. This prepares the battery to operate in a more stable condition. The benefit is better efficiency and smoother performance. Over time, maintaining proper temperature conditions helps the battery avoid unnecessary stress and keeps its behavior more consistent across daily use. Habit number 9. Aggressive driving after fast charging. Drive gently after fast charging instead of pushing the car immediately. Many owners finish a fast charging session and go straight into hard acceleration. The car feels responsive, so it seems fine, but the battery is not in a calm state at that moment. Here is what most people miss. Fast charging increases the battery temperature as a large amount of power flows in quickly. If you demand high power right after that, you add more heat on top of what is already there. This creates a stacked load on the battery. Change this by driving smoothly for the first few minutes after fast charging. Give the system time to stabilize before asking for full performance. The benefit is better temperature control and smoother energy flow. Over time, avoiding immediate heavy acceleration after fast charging helps reduce repeated heat buildup, allowing the battery to operate under more balanced conditions. Final thought: control your daily habits before you worry about the battery itself. Most degradation is not caused by one event. It builds from small, repeated patterns that feel normal in the moment. Here is what matters: charging level, timing, temperature, and usage all shape how the battery behaves over time. None of these actions are extreme on their own, but repeated daily, they define the outcome. Focus on keeping things stable, predictable, and controlled. That is where the real difference comes from. The benefit is simple. You get more consistent performance without changing how you actually use the car. Over time, disciplined habits turn into long-term reliability. Not by doing more, but by avoiding what quietly adds up. For more clear, practical Tesla insights that actually make a difference, stay with it.